In the early 1700s, Spain's tight grip in El Norte was changing as many new groups of people arrived, changing the mood in Spanish Tejas dramatically over the next 30 years. Apaches became a deadly menace. In 1720, raiders killed a herdsman tending livestock in Helotes Pass, a few miles north of Bear, and stole his animals. This incident sparked a cycle of violence and warfare that went on for years. Spanish settlers asked for protection. Walls went up around missions to form defensive compounds to keep the skittish residents and their horses, cattle, and sheep safe. Occasional Spanish campaigns up the Guadalupe River to the San Saba would destroy Apache villages. Then, after a brief period of calm, raids around Bear would flare up again. Life for Bejareños and their mission neighbors was already hard enough. This cycle of violence made things worse. Finally, on August 19, 1749, the Spanish and the Apaches made peace. Leaders from both sides conducted a ceremony on the main plaza in Bear and buried weapons and a war horse to signify that the fighting was over. They buried the hatchet. Then, the Apaches invited the Spanish to come out to their homeland, on the plains to the north and west, to preach to them. They asked for a mission along the San Saba River where they could still hunt buffalo while maintaining their homes, crops, and villages. The Spanish did not trust the Apaches. Their response was for these Indios Barbaros to abandon their murderous ways and to join one of the growing number of missions around Bear, or perhaps even on the other side of the Rio Grande. This made more sense to Spanish officials. It would be easier to supply and control the Apaches closer to the Presidios. For some Spanish missionaries, still embarrassed by their retreat from East Texas, working among the Apaches seemed like a worthy new effort. There were already 3 new religious outposts north and east of Bear, working among the Tonkawas. The recent peace treaty had brought Apaches to these missions. Perhaps the time was right for a new mission among the peoples to the north and west of Bear as well. Spanish officials were not convinced. Could they trust these longtime enemies? Scouting expeditions through the hill country and the plains of West Texas beyond revealed promising mineral deposits. Silver might be mined in the region, and the area had nice river valleys that would support farming. If Spain did not occupy the region, these scouts argued, some other European power would. The French were already well beyond Louisiana and had passed north of Tejas, crossing the Great Plains all the way to the Rocky Mountains and even Santa Fe. Something seemed off. Tensions between soldiers and the priests at the new missions highlighted a growing rift between church and local authorities. Despite the squabbling, leaders in Coahuila and Tejas agreed to create a mission among the Apaches in the San Saba River Valley. Father Alonso Geraldo de Terreros would lead the effort, assisted by soldiers under the command of a veteran and ruthless soldier, Colonel Diego Ortiz Parilla. These men did not get along. Together, they were supposed to turn the Apaches into Spaniards, or reveal them as true enemies.